variable x here may impact this variable y, which is dependent variable, indirectly, because it needs another variable, which is the intervening variable. Like just now, we are saying that it could be the quality assurance, maturity, and so on, or the quality improvement process, and so on. So that's something which is maybe the intervening variable. So before it can really impact variable y. But to what extent, again, this variable x here is influencing this particular variable, intervening variable, again, depends on depending on this variable, which is M2 could be. That's why as we are reading, you can see that in the world, there are other researchers investigating that particular variable X, but they have not taken into consideration certain intervening variable or moderating variables. That's why in our doctoral research, that is your new contribution, right? Where you have introduced certain moderating variable here, let's say this M2 here, because this, let's say, auditing could be, this could be, let's say, auditing. Auditing is, the auditing will influence the, let's say, the effect of this X on this quality assurance system quality. All right, before it can really impact the financial performance of the institutions, or the could be academic, let's say, quality of the institution, right? So you can see, as you are going through this more detailed, wider and deeper inquiry of that particular phenomena, you can see there are in fact other factors which we really should take into consideration in this particular research inquiry, right? That's why I call it a nexus, because there are very many variables involved, and there are many relationships that we need to investigate. They are all interrelated, right? And this really requires us to really read up, and could be observed, could be that's why we need this qualitative research phase a lot of times, right? So I would say this research inquiry nexus, we really help us to understand at this very beginning stage, especially of our research process, right? So I just to recap, as a researcher, we would like to investigate that something, right? And that something may consist of various dimensions. And then this something may be impacted by other things. Why this something is like this? There must be various reasons behind. So try to include, could be the factors affecting it. And this something may differ in terms of various situations or individuals or organizations. And this particular variable, this something here may impact other factors. And how it impacts other factors could be directly, and it could be indirectly. Okay. And how they are impacting one another, it really requires us to read up, okay, and explore the theories and literature locally or internationally, so that you can see the gaps that you can close. And that's how you write your problem statement. That's how you actually form your research title, then the problem statement. And with that problem statement and with this in your head and in your heart, then you systematically we spell out the research questions and research objective as what, why, how. All right. And with that, you will have a good literature review covering all these variables and draw the framework like this. And this is just like your BRM 918. And with this, then you go to BRM 919, which is the research methodology, design, and the practices. How to do this research, okay? So if you have this particular research model, how are we going to carry out this research? That is your methodology in your research proposal. Of course, you will have all these hypotheses, all labeled here, H1, H2, H3, and so on. All the relationships here will be labeled and developed. Then you go to the methodology as how. Will be an exploratory study or a descriptive study or causal study, right? Will be involving qualitative and quantitative. That depends on your philosophy, right? And if this is the case, you can see it will be very much the what and the why also involved, and then the how also involved. Or you may just take section of this entire nexus of this research phenomena here. All right.